Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be going to do another leetCode problem, that is the house robber. Okay, now before we start off with this question, I would like to say you like it's a problem which is based on the array, and like first we'll understand. Now how we'll go with this video is like first we'll understand how the problem statement goes and what will be the approach of this question, and how we will be programming, and we'll be using Java. If you are using any other language, you can use it. The logic remains the same, just as you need to take off a little bit care about the syntax and the little bit concept that will be changed from language to language. Okay, now coming to the problem statement, house robber. It is a leetCode problem number 198. You can solve it on your own as well. And before seeing moving forward with this video, I would request you to first go and try it on yourself and then come to the video. Then it will be more understanding to you as well. Okay, uh, now we'll moving toward the question. It's saying like you are a professional robber planning to rob a house on a longer street. Each house has a certain amount of money. The only constraint stopping you from robbing each of them is that the adjacent house have a security system connected, and it will be automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses were broken on the same night. Okay, so the thief can't enter the two adjacent house at the same times. Either it can rob the one or two. Okay, so the we have to take any one of it. Okay, so with this statement we got to know that we can't go with adjacent houses. Okay, and the input will be an array of nums that will be representing the amount of money in each house. Okay, so first house is having one amount, second two amount, third is three amount, and the fourth is one amount. Okay, and what we have to do is the maximum return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. Okay, so without alerting the police, that means no two adjacent house we can approach. Okay, and we have to return the maximum amount. Okay, so here we have to take it like adjacent, avoiding the adjacent cell, we have to take up like alternating houses we have to select, such that the maximum amount of money we are getting. Okay, so let's see the example number one. Like input nums, single dimensional array is given like 1 2 3 and 1. So if we are choosing like 1, okay, suppose we are choosing 1. Okay, then 2 we can't take. Okay, next we'll be moving on to 3. Okay, and then next 1 we can't take. Okay, so it will be just 1 and 3. So 3 plus 1, that is 4. Okay, 4. And if we will be taking the next alternative, 1 is like 2 and 3 we can't take, and 1. So 2 plus 1, that will be 3. So maximum out of it is 3 plus 1, 4, that is 4. So output will be 4. Okay, now explaining a more bit with example number 2 is like a larger size array is given. Okay, now first we will take it like, okay, first we'll just move it with the first element is the only thing. Okay, so it is 2, then we'll be taking as 9 alternating thing. Okay, and then 1. So 9 plus 2, 11 plus 1, that will be 12. So 12, and what we are getting with the alternate thing is like what we are getting with the alternate thing will be like 7 plus 3, and that's it. We can't take any other number. So 7 plus 3, that will be 10. So 12 is greater than 10, so we'll be moving with the first alternative thing. Okay, now one thing you have to we have seen while we were understanding the problem statement is that we are taking the alternative thing like the previous one, then we will be taking this one, then again we will always be requiring some kind of previous thing and the current thing. So we are able to managing the alternating numbers that we are getting along the array. Okay, now how we'll be approaching toward solving this problem, I'll be showing you in live coding session. Okay, now we'll be doing it in Java, and if you do in any other language, you can code it that way, just the logic remains the same. Okay, so first we'll be taking two integer. Okay, so previous and the current, that will take care of the two alternative things that will be occurring in the array. Okay, like first will be the previous one and then the current, then we will be adding up the previous with the most current, that will be 3. Okay, so 3 will be added to 1, and then 2 will be added to this one. Okay, and then we'll be comparing which one is maximum. Okay, so here we'll also be using a math function. Okay, so first of all we are using like previous and the current variable. Okay, and the initial value will be keeping as 0. Okay, and the current is also 0. Okay, then we will be iterating over the entire array that is given to us. So for n in, okay, we'll keep it as int n in num. Okay, and then we'll keep it like a temporary variable, like for storing a value, like 3 plus the previous. Okay, that is the current n plus the previous, and the current one which is maximum, the current one, that is 2. Either this 2 is maximum or 3 plus 1, that is 4. 4 is maximum. So whichever will be the maximum, that will be continuing to the next session. Okay, so we'll keep it as a temporary. Okay, and this will be maximum. Okay, so math.max. Okay, n plus the previous, the uh, previous, that is the one variable that will be much previous to it, and uh, current variable. Out of these two, maximum we will take, and then we will be after each checking of the loop, we'll be shuffling the previous and the current. Like the current will become the current thing, and the previous will become the current. Okay, so previous will become the current. Okay, and the current will become the temporary that we are dealing now. Okay, and the final result will be stored in the current itself. Okay, the current. Okay, okay, let's run this and check. Okay, I hope it will run. Yeah, it's running. Okay, yeah, it's running for this case. Now what we are doing over here is, suppose we are taking up the array of this one. Okay, 27931. Okay, now what we are doing over here is, like first both the previous and the current is 0. Okay, we are taking each variable, like first is we are taking 2. Okay, so initially the previous and current is 0, so 2 plus previous, that is 0, will be 2. So temporary will be storing 2. Okay, now temporary will be storing 2. Now previous will be current and current will be temp. So previous will be 0 and current will be 2. Okay, this 2, current will be 2. Okay, next time when we are moving, now n will be 7. Okay, temporary is will be uh, n, that is 7 plus the previous, that is 0. So obviously 7 will be greater, and temp is storing 2, so 7 will be stored in temporary. Okay, temporary will be pointing over here, and the next step is like previous will be equal to current. So previous will be equal to the current, that will be 0 will be equal to 2, that was previous. Okay, previously current was 2, so previous will be pointing over here, and current will now be shifted 1 later to it, that will be temp, that is 7. Okay, here it will be storing. Now in the same way, while you will be running over the loop, you will be find out like the current element is storing like 7 plus 3. Okay, 2 plus 9 plus 1. Okay, this alternating way out of the maximum of it, like 2, 9 and 1 is maximum. So these three variable, sum will be stored in the current, and that will only be returned. Okay, so you can try it on your own as well. That will be much more helpful. Just uh, dry run this code and you'll get that. Okay, it's not that too difficult. Okay, yeah, it's running, and yes, we'll be move, uh, moving toward the next question of it, and it's the most optimized approach, if I would tell, like order of n, because we are moving just in one order. Um, in one order of n, we are moving, and space complexity, we are just taking two constant space, so it will be order of 2. Okay, so yes, uh, try out with this house robber question, and we'll be meeting you in the next video with another problem. Till then, take care.